All right, other news, operations-wise, next few Mondays we're going to do an artillery-only op with Piats, so British versus Germans, but I'm a little worried about streaming that. I'll have to make sure that, you know, there's no flags and whatnot, because Twitch kind of bans for that stuff nowadays, ever since the 22nd. So, that should be fine, as long as I, you know, make sure the symbolism doesn't come up and I censor things, but... we got that going for this coming Monday. The Monday after will be a,
Send in Goat Team 6 now.
It'll be a test stop for either an SCP or Resident Evil thing, or I might still flip-flop. I don't know yet. It just depends on what I feel like deving tonight and tomorrow morning. And then I also have a mecha op I'm working on for Mondays, so we'll get there when we get there. Stargate, people seem to really like it. The next one is a week and a half from now on a Wednesday, and otherwise I'm still maintaining all my other projects. I'm going to do the 5th mission of the 2020 Russian campaign, and then we'll probably take a break, and I want to run a few Spanish and a Vietnam op in between for like 3 weeks, and then we'll get to the second half of that Russian campaign there, so... Barb is not muted. He's in a channel downstairs, probably muted on his own. He's in the general talking channel where they're all just talking about the first round stuff. And I'm just up here because they all like to spam around a bit. I mean, oh, there's Barb right in the right in the text channel there. But Autistic Soviet, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub, my man. Really means a lot. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a kick out of this FNF stream. Whew. You know, actually, this is a really big AO for OPFOR to defend. Actually, I'm going to retract what I just said. It's not a big AO for them to defend. There's actually two really good... Actually, one that's pretty good, one that's a little in the middle of territory here, but it's a really big starting area. I'm sure Barb will come up and join me in the casting couch any minute. Otherwise, chat. How you guys doing? Anything good? Anything bad? What's up? Yeah, meh, just a normal day, right? I feel that, Cam. I honestly feel that. Life's a roller coaster. 2 weeks ago, I was a depressed little noodle on the cusp of financial issues. And now 2 weeks later, everything seems to have worked itself out. So... I don't know. Life is just, you never know what to take from it or expect from it, so... I'm sure in another 2 weeks I'll be back to being depressed noodle again, and then 2 weeks after we'll be on a high note again, so... I'm debating, though, making a deal with the YouTube viewership about a face reveal. It's gonna be on my terms... But I'm debating if I'm actually going to do it. That's still very TBA. That's just something I've been thinking about. But we'll learn more about that probably in 10 days for the the monthly announcement video. So stay tuned on that. Otherwise, Tobum, thanks for the 3-month resub, my man. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a kick out of this one. Alrighto, Soviet, I'm glad you came to Twitch to watch content live. Technically, everyone here is part of the content because we're all in the chat box, so that's a nice thought. What type of noodles are we? Dark Pikachu, that's a perfect question to ask for a YouTube community poll. I'll ask that for the Liru Shenanigans poll tomorrow. Because I've decided every time I upload something to Liru Shenanigans, I'll make the poll on the main channel about Shenanigans to try to help grow that one a bit quicker. But there's really what I'm going to focus on is trying to develop the Shenanigans channel more, because the money from that channel doesn't go to me, it goes to the developers, the video editors. It's just a platform for them. So I want them to, you know, make a little bit more so they can be a little more motivated. Because that thing keeps going up and down. But here we go, starting in the salt flats here. Let's hit a few buttons to change up our interface. How are you doing, Barbarian?
I'm doing good. Congratulations on 100,000 subs on YouTube.
I appreciate it, man. It means a lot.
No, it doesn't. I know. I know you. I know it doesn't mean a lot to you.
Well, no. So let me clarify. To me, the 100,000 never really meant that much because it was just something in the way. I used to appreciate it, but then YouTube blacklisted my channel for 2 years. Recently unblacklisted it around December, and then with Spiffing Brit's, exploit, which isn't really an exploit, it's just how YouTube shifted the algorithm around. Yeah, it's a feature. And I don't even mean that as a joke. I mean that seriously. That's just how they did it, and they told no one.
Absolutely.
That's how it's done. So I haven't cared about it, but the sentiment comes from people reaching out and saying congrats anyway, and that's where I feel pride about it. Because it reminds me that the channel still has a lot of people that care for it. And
yeah, absolutely.
It's something that I want to keep going,
Absolutely.
Anyway, I'm drinking mead. What are you drinking?
Mead. I'm drinking Viking blood mead.
Hey, you too, buddy? Yeah, it's a good shit.
Wait, which one?
Viking blood.
Dansk Mjord?
MJOD, yeah.
What the fuck?
Black bottle with, slightly...
Yeah, like a clay kind of thing?
Yeah, blackish gray bottle with, God, it's not red, it's like the auburn. See, burgundy, that's it, yeah. Yeah, no, Iceberg got me hooked on this stuff like a year ago, and when I ever want to celebrate, this is what I'd take. They have another one, which is called, Fjord or something, but I don't like it as much. It's more like grape-based, but this is the good shit.
No, it's pretty good. Yeah, Nordic, one of the guys who comes around in my chat all the time, he donated.
Nordic Prophet, right?
Yeah, Nordic Prophet.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He donated and was like, hey, buy Viking blood with this or else. And I was like, yeah, okay, no problem. And so yeah, it's good.
It's good shit. It's for me, it's only like $30 a bottle. It's great.
Yeah, I think around here it was like 25 or 26, maybe around closer to 30 after tax. But yeah, 19%. We're both gonna get fucked up on this stuff. It's gonna be great.
Debating if I'm gonna drink every time we see something that makes us laugh or something that makes us cringe. What do you think?
Yes. I mean, I just drink whenever, but yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Speaking of which, we've already burned about 2.5 minutes kind of jabbing, but...
That's fine. I mean, it's not like... frickety-frack. Hold on. For me, all my settings got reset again. I gotta go into add-on options and get rid of the, not connected to TeamSpeak message. So why don't you talk about the factions, and I'll join you in a second.
Sure thing. So this is going to be a search and destroy mission here on the western coast of Altus, just north of Kavala, Agliochori, up near Agios Konstantinos.
That'll go away in a second.
We have BLUFOR attacking, Red 4 defending. BLUFOR is going to be actually not Marines this time. Looks like they are the Marsoc or SOCOM guys. They have not quite M81 camo pattern, but some kind of similar woodland pattern.
It's a woodland pattern of some sort, yeah.
Yeah, 5.56 rifles, M249s, and then an M240 Bravo for the platoon level machine gun, and Carl Gustav for the platoon level AT. In addition, they have the marksman team X-ray with the SR-25, aka the Mark 11, with a nice marksman scope on it. As far as assets, they have 2 M113 armored personnel carriers with M2 machine guns on top, as well as a Humvee with an M2 on it. And
so it is important to note quickly on those armed assets, there is no armor protecting the gunner, so it's going to be very easy to snipe out the 50 cal guys, and there's no ranged optics on any of those 50 cals either, so... they're very, very risky positions to be in because OPFOR is definitely going to prioritize shooting the gunners out of those Vics, but those Vics do contain a very powerful cannon. I also love how we have a gunner in one of the 113s. He has his pistol out as well, so I think he'll try to fire both at the same time.
Yeah, that'd be funny. Just do a drive-by with the pistol. Drive me closer. I want to hit them with my Glock.
They get close enough, you just... let's say, so he's got the gun facing east. Let's say he gets charged and the guy gets right in front of the 113. Dude just whips out his sidearm and just nails him with it. Wouldn't that be nice for Arma, man? I also love how he turns out, and he turns out before the hatch actually opens, so you see something that you should have never seen before, ever, in the mortal realm. But anyway, let's go look at OPFOR.
Before we do, it is also worth noting that they still have 2 Hueys, one tan, one
yep.
kind of olive drab. No machine guns on the side like we usually see, purely just transport and probably
reconnaissance.
That we'll see, reconnaissance and distraction later in the round.
We always see this in Friday Night Fights with air assets. If whatever faction has the helicopters, if they are unarmed, all they need to do is fly them around the opposing faction's side, and what that does is it draws fire and it draws attention away from the ground. If you have a bunch of units looking up trying to shoot a helicopter, they're not looking down to see potential infantry setting up or charging up to their positions in a thunder run. It's something that you don't think would be effective, but we've seen time and time again in FNF. It's actually very fucking effective for whatever reason. So.
Absolutely, and in addition, if the helicopters fly over before any contact is made, and they're the ones who get first contact, infantry can, obviously reveal their position by firing up at the helicopters, which is a bit of a misplay in most cases, unless they get a lucky tail rotor shot or something, but in that same vein, it can give that intel to the attacking side.
Very true.
But yes, I believe that is going to be it for BLUFOR. So yeah, let's go over to RED4.
So OPFOR has a bunch of Urals, a few UAZs, UAZ with the DshK 50 cal on it, and 2 sit-down DshK 50. So they've got only a limited range of fire from the front, so those can't be utilized really for AA because of that limited arc. So you're probably going to see the UAZ on either AA duty or what I like to see, which we rarely see, unfortunately, them trying to use it to counterattack the approaching BLUFOR convoy that'll try to come into the AO. When I do see it, you see a lot of damage done to the attacking faction. If you remember, Barb, it was a while ago in, I believe, it was either Cham or another map like that, where a 117 was able to catch an attacking truck out of position and just murder the entire squad in it. And it was because of that number advantage that the defenders were able to shift from the attacking faction. They were able to win that round.
Absolutely, yeah. The very early adjustments of numbers, you could say. Early strikes like that with a active defense, especially when with a fast asset like a UAZ or 117, that can absolutely turn the tide of the battle before the battle is even started.
Otherwise, OPFOR is your standard Russian kits that you normally do see in OPFOR. 545 weaponry, PKM as the squad machine gun, PKP as the Foxtrot and Charlie 1 machine gunner groups. We're going to see an RPG-32 in the hands of Stottenberger. I will still call him Stottenbay, though, because that was his old name. And then their marksman's going to have an SVD with some sort of MOS on it. In this case, it's done by SL Dreams, who we commonly see in this marksman slot. He appears to be being harassed by a machine gunner. And he has the vanilla DMS scope on it. You can tell because it has that little dash on it.
Looks like Matt Cora and Jesse are having a fight. Jesse's trying to keep Matt Cora off his body as Matt's trying to get on top of him and pin him down for some kind of nefarious purpose. He is a medic, so he could be trying to inject something into him, but I'm not sure what.
You know what? I honestly don't want to know. But otherwise, let's look at the AOs. So, with this being a cache defense, the attacking faction sees these gray zones on the map. They don't know where the cache is specifically, but the defenders do see this red marking right here, so they know where the cache is to specifically defend. This is to promote the attacking faction actually searching the AO to try to find the cache, which is always going to be, unless stated in the brief, this FIA camo net texture.
Yeah.
Barb, if you look at the cache, the northern one in Foida, they have the fucking box of perfume on top of it.
It is. I've been told specifically that RED4 is defending cases of the heavily coveted and extremely sought out Arma branded aftershave, the Eau de Combat.
Is it aftershave? I thought it was a perfume.
He says it's aftershave. I think Eau de Combat is a perfume.
It's supposed to be a perfume, but
a cologne is the
interesting.
term. You got to remember, I have a very fragile masculinity.
Of course,
so
well,
call it a cologne.
Masculinity. That's cute of you. Anyway,
They like to emasculate me, but hey.
Let's give him a
we
warm
both
up,
know you're a
shall
bottom. Anyway, looking at the AO and Foida, it's a fairly simplistic AO here. It's on the side of a ridge here. OPFOR has a lot of room to go up the ridge and still build fortifications within their safe zone here. But BLUFOR has a few different ways to attack this, and how they do that is going to be really dependent on how OPFOR sets up their defenses. Going to the northernmost hill at 131, it is just outside of OPFOR's defensive range, so they will have to take the smaller hill to set up, or they can even take the far hill to the southeast here and set something up, but there's still room for BLUFOR to come up and get higher ground on these defensive positions to try to drive OPFOR away. But Foida itself is pretty open. There's a few buildings, sure, but the cache is a little exposed, especially from the northwest angle. So if BLUFOR tries to do a water route here, they could potentially flank the cache and take it out with AT because it's pretty exposed. Still, I would expect... Yep. Just let me finish one last thing.
Absolutely.
OPFOR appears to be building a perimeter base around here. I see Manford putting a few things up, but I think a perimeter base around the cache itself would also do really well to at least force that close interaction to bottleneck BLUFOR and potentially get a few free kills. Because you have to remember the two sit-down DshKs and where those are going to be placed, because putting those on mountaintops is not a good idea because of the limited angle of fire that they have. Go ahead.
Absolutely. I'm with you. I'm not sure how well that wall of Pesca Bears will pan out, but just looking...
I do like the car crash here.
This other kind of peninsula down here, marker 7-4 to the south, with this little church. I think setting up a machine gun team here, maybe take the squad level machine gun and setting it up to provide suppressive fire overwatch coming to the north. It's only a distance of about 500, 600 or so meters, so plenty well within an engagement range for suppression or even marksman shots from that distance. So I'm kind of stretching it, but I feel like that could also do well to suppress this open area, because from that angle, it really shows how exposed and open that area is. Side note, Sparky is saying that it's aftershave. It's literally called boxed aftershave in the editor. So
Gotcha. All right.
The more you know. But moving on from that, yeah.
What I will be curious, though, to see is how OPFOR defends. Are they going to split the forces to handle both AOs, or are they going to do an all eggs in one basket approach? Because right now, we already see half of their forces deployed to the northernmost objective, and they are already taking this ridge line and trying to scope out. Dust Eyes looks like he's going to go up to the edge of the OPFOR zone. They could potentially still dig trench networks up there to try to hold that spot. Otherwise, let's go to the southern AO.
Absolutely, yeah. Down to the southeast, about a click and a half, maybe a bit more, from the northern cache is this cache up at Agios Konstantinos. The circle doesn't exactly obfuscate the cache's location. It completely encompasses this little compound, villa, I guess you could call it. And the mission maker has taken the liberty of fortifying it pretty decently himself. We have three kind of guard towers on the south, the southeast, and the eastern side of this ridge, as well as a guard tower in the perimeter. And it's all surrounded by a nice barrier of barbed wire.
I'm going to be honest with you, this one does look nice, but it also looks like marksman bait. Any marksman on that eastern or northern ridge could easily look over defensives here and pick people off. I do appreciate the fortifications here for any close-range groups, but there would definitely need to be some additional OPFOR defenses dug up on this position. But I do like the initiative that was put. We are seeming to have... at least one team worth of guys, potentially a squad from Bravo 1 and Delta 2 coming down. I think Bravo 1's going to accompany X-Ray, and they're going to do a more, what would the term be? Offensive defense in holding the ridge line that overwatches that one position, but I do appreciate OPFOR at least sending a small garrison down to this one spot to prevent BLUFOR from just outright going off and taking it. This is going to allow OPFOR a lot more manpower to hold this other cache, and I do appreciate this HESCO perimeter they have dug right here. It's a nice defensive element. It's just really banking on the fact they don't lose that northern ridge line. They're really going for defense against if BLUFOR were to come over where Gamma is right now, specifically Gamma Actual with that UAZ. But I think that UAZ is going to go into a counterattack here. We already have the mission starting.
Yes.
Core Lander is lagging out. Remember, Scandi Recon, I'm calling him that just to mess with him.
I was about to say.
But he's usually Charlie too.
Yes, he is Charlie 2, the AT gunner. He was the AT gunner as well this time. So that someone needs to go and pick up his Maz rocket launcher before it is lost to time and space.
They're going to have to pull his body out of a helicopter, apparently, because the helis are flying low ridge right now.
Real quick, so because the mission has started, that means they can no longer build barricades. The HESCO barriers can no longer be built. They can still dig trenches at the southern objective, but they can no longer build the heavier defenses. And yeah, with the ingress...
They still built a good fortification line here.
They only have that road going on the northwestern side of the AO. Otherwise, they do need to pathfind and use those helicopters, which they are doing. Actually, the helicopters are going... They're doing the usual... go way outside the map barrier and going way far on the eastern side.
I'm willing to bet you
to do this.
So any aircraft is actually allowed to leave the zone. If anyone on the ground vehicle or on foot tries to enter the black zone, they will be killed after 10 seconds. But helicopters flying are able to bypass this. I think they're going to deploy to the south and try to put pressure on the southern objective, and that is Scandi Recon in one of those helicopters, often regarded by most in FNF as the best PvP community that shows up. There was a mathematical equation done by the staff, and they accommodate for 11% of all the kills every week on average, which doesn't seem like a lot, but when you put up the fact that there's at least about 20 or so... 124 players every mission, and about 20 or so communities that come every week for both branches. That is a pretty staggering statistic to have for a PvP situation. In
a situation where people often don't get any kills at all, we've seen people get in Scandi Recon get anywhere from 3, 5, 7, 10, 12.
Even in the double digits, it's crazy.
Yeah, double digits. It's absolutely. I think last week they got a total of 44 kills according to Azariah.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Something around there, but yeah. We do have Redford using that active defense. We have X-Ray down on the southeastern side going up near Hill 249. They should be able to get eyes on this convoy coming in with 2 Humvees and a 113. Kind of a bit more than they can deal with just on their own, so hopefully they hold their fire, or else they'll get mowed down quick.
Charlie 2 for OPFOR is starting to engage. Bravo for BLUFOR. They did some dismounts over here. Someone got their law out and was attempting to line up a shot. But you're going to see a lot of fights here in the ridgeline. Go ahead.
Bravo 1 team leader. He had his binoculars out. He was able to locate that incoming fire pretty quickly. So he is aware of where it is coming from and should be able to plan around that quickly. Olaf is a very... I'd say he's a pretty good squad lead. He has a more brain cells to rub together.
I can attest to that. Olaf, he is the single member from FK that comes week after week. When I played in FK for a few weeks, I was under his command for a squad. He is very competent in how he runs things. He would definitely know to scan these ridge lines, and now you got the Bravo BLUFOR group and the Charlie 2 OPFOR group in an engagement here. Charlie 2 is going to have the better weaponry, though, with that machine gun instead of the squad-based machine gun and the AT launcher if they choose to use it. But they're probably going to save it for closer engagement, or if Bravo tries to move up an armed vehicle on this hill.
The UAZ was also engaging that BLUFOR group up near the...
This is like a click away.
Windmills, or... I guess, what would you call these? Windmills, I guess?
Yeah.
But, They pulled back because they started getting some return fire. So that position or that asset has been made as well.
So as I predicted, BLUFOR has dropped off a large portion of infantry over to the south. Unfortunately, one of the Hueys lost its main rotor because it landed right next to trees. And we have two of Scandi Recon, Nemesis and Falcon. Nemesis being Scandi's finest, in my opinion. I would also refer to him as the best player in FNF. And he is going to head up to the ridge here. Actually, no, this is more of a hill, and try to scout that out so he can guide the rest of Scandi Recon and whoever is there to this southern AO. Also, Arma Jesus just left. He's been one of my favorite newcomers that has done considerable work week after week, but unfortunately he got disconnected, so hopefully he'll be back for round 2.
And just going through Scandi Recon in the roster, it looks like none of them were able to grab Iander's Carl Gustav, aka Maz, so I'm thinking his body probably flopped out of the chopper as he disconnected on the way here, so that is not available for Scandi to use. So that actually is a pretty decent hindrance on them. With no armor assets on Red 4, it kind of limits its usability, but still very useful as a shock weapon, and still has very good shrapnel damage and ability to take down buildings.
Indeed.
So,
Millennium Sword, thanks for the 26-month resub. Hope you keep enjoying the operations. Good luck to Dice Rolls, OPFOR. Appreciate it, man. Stay safe from COVID. All right, so BLUFOR is starting to bring up their 113 here. You gotta understand, this is a click-on engagement. That RPG-42 only has an effective range up to a click away, 500 meters away.
Half a click.
So if they want to try to AT that at that range, it's going to be a very insane guess. The only person I would think has a shot on doing that is Yander, but he is on BLUFOR and he isn't even on the server right now.
Yeah. So that's a wild guesstimation, but that is a long shot in every sense of the word.
That 113 is starting to do suppression with that M2. It was unfortunately going high and to the west of the OPFOR group. I am seeing some blood and some bandages, though, on the OPFOR side. I'm going to quickly look on BLUFOR side to see if it's the same way. But the fact that these guys with ×1, yep, blood and bandages on this side as well. The fact that this engagement is literally a click away and they're still able to land shots on each other is absolutely incredible. And now you've got Gamma pulling the UAZ back because it came under fire from that 113.
Neither side has magnified optics, by the way. They are all collimator one-time sights.
Yep, the only person...
Anything wild, yeah.
Exactly. The only person that has a magnified optic is the X-ray marksman for both sides. And we actually see one of the Charlie 2 members actually got hit and knocked unconscious.
Stanners wakes back up, but yeah, he's the PKP gunner.
Yep, so he would be on the front line right here, making sure to suppress BLUFOR. Yep.
The Humvee here with the M2 is also assisting the 113 in a bit of enfilade fire off the flank of this Red 4 group. Not super effective, but at the same time...
They're trying to maneuver, though.
Another volume of fire, yeah.
Now, what is scaring me here is BLUFOR Bravo with BLUFOR Foxtrot 1 are coming down this ridge. If they are not careful, though, OPFOR Alpha is going to be able to catch them down there. And more often than not, when you have a squad on a ridge fighting a squad down a ridge, the squad down on the ridge gets absolutely annihilated. Also, we have BLUFOR Alpha with BLUFOR G2 engaging the southern cache area, contending with Delta 2. So, I'm a little worried for the southern OPFOR position because you're going to start seeing Charlie 2 command Platoon 1 and Platoon 2 HQ come from the south and be able to deliver some nasty enfilading fire from a different flank and potentially pick a few of these OPFOR guys off. But if OPFOR can hold and prevent these BLUFOR elements from moving up because of all these big open areas to the cache are within OPFOR's Overwatch sites, OPFOR could still hold that southern objective. Otherwise, Charlie 2 is still contesting with Delta 2 and Gamma 1. Delta 1 for BLUFOR has actually been sent down the ridge to try to get up and flank OPFOR. That's a good call right there. And now we're waiting to see if OPFOR Alpha can spot. There's the shots from OPFOR Alpha on Bravo 2.
Yep.
And they already got a knockout from that one guy. Great shot by Dust Eyes there, but he did take a hit. And he is pulling...
Rod, oof. He's a great player, part of the 29th Infantry Division.
He is in the same group as T5 Bay, who I often regard as the second best player in FNF. Otherwise, OPFOR was really jumpy there. They pulled off of this ridge, but they're not committing to going back. Rather, Dust Eyes just pulled back to potentially bandage. I don't know if OPFOR is going to go back and take that one spot, but we have Pickles about to come up on this area and try to outflank.
Ghost 12 and Gazog. I believe these are, these might be the Czech group. I'm not entirely sure, but they're now all pulling back because they feel like they've been here too long. And Pickles tosses a satchel as the combat engineer, but with no one there, it'll be ineffective. And the
I'm not going to lie, though. That was a good call. Absolutely. He didn't know that OPFOR pulled away from that ridge line. I would have done the same thing, because if OPFOR still had defenders right here, he heard the gunfire trying to pin down the rest of Bravo 2 for Alpha right there. That was very smart, because if OPFOR had stayed there, that satchel would have killed a lot of guys right there. It's unfortunate.
The problem with that play for me was the fact that he kind of went up there alone. If there was anyone peeking over that trench as he tried to run up, he would have gotten taken out and wouldn't have even had the chance to throw the satchel. But as
we've got Gamma and Charlie 2 now delivering some enfilade fire, knocking out Olaf, the squad leader for that group. That's unfortunate. Pickles returning fire. And
great headshot.
Did Pickles get one? Nice.
Got the gunner of the UAZ. He is dead, I believe.
That's a fair... Yeah, no, he's dead. Pickles got the kill. That was a crazy headshot from at least 600 meters away. That was awesome.
Great shot. Yes, that was very much a bonk moment.
Otherwise, we've got combat in at least 3 to 4 different locations here. We've got OPFOR units starting to go on the Kira mountaintop at Hill 244, trying to encompass this BLUFOR position, attacking OPFOR's southern cache site, as BLUFOR is actually sending Charlie 2 and its elements to the coast to literally come from the rear of OPFOR's defensive line to hit that cache. That's a very smart call. The question will become, though, if Alpha for BLUFOR can hold that ridge, because they're about to be overwhelmed from both Bravo and X-Ray of OPFOR. This could still swing either way. BLUFOR's done some really good job advancing on OPFOR's positions, but OPFOR has some really strong positions to hold from. And the Huey in a very dangerous spot, because it just flew right into where the UAZ was.
Oh, look at all that fire. Look at those traces go out.
Absolutely beautiful. The windshield for the Huey has been shot up, but for now it looks like he is going to live to fly another day.
Yeah, both are still going. Engine's fine. And that's G-Legs in there piloting. He's also one of the FNF veterans. And assuming he doesn't slam to the side of the mountain here. Okay, he got very close to those treetops.
I was about to say, you better not have just stream cursed him with that, man.
That would have been great, though. That would have been twice that I've cursed a helicopter. Remember that one time with the Blackhawk on Chernarus?
I remember. That's why I said. So, for those of you that don't know what we're talking about, we have a nasty habit of when we say, hey, this is not going to happen, it happens. So we try not to curse anyone for content, you know?
I always do. That's always content. Are you kidding me?
That's mean.
Yes.
Wow. All right. I see how it is.
Otherwise, Charlie 2 still taking some casualties. It looks like they might start pulling back. Yep, they're starting to pop some smoke and going to be withdrawing from this ridgeline along with the UAZ.
Wow. Real quick, look to the south. Alpha 1 for BLUFOR did a thunder run and actually killed an entire OPFOR garrison. They're, yeah, they're right on top of that spot.
However,
hot damn.
North side of that garrison, there's a satchel down. Could be on a timer. You see that over by the trench?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be viable, though, because I'm willing to bet the member of, it looks like it was Delta 2 that was here. I think the triggerman's dead.
That's what I'm saying. It might be on a timer still.
They don't put it on timers, though. They almost always do it manually. Again, could be, but I think these guys were just completely caught off guard. Now we got BLUFOR maneuvering down in that position, trying to get away from OPFOR Bravo 2 coming up. And I think the southern position is going to fall. There's just too many BLUFOR assets coming around. Maybe we'll see OPFOR send some reinforcements, but I think that's going to falter.
Yeah, Red Fort really needs to deal with this northern flank as best they can before the southern front collapses around Agios Konstantinos and is able to get.
I don't know the longest range kill in FNF on the top of my head.
Red Fort Garrison.
I apologize.
Farm is going to have a two-front defense to worry about, and that doesn't always go well. You just ask the Germans in World War II.
So it looks like Olaf bled out. He disconnects out of. Shame. I do see his gun right here, though, so it's understandable. Meanwhile, Charlie 2 firing down at Bravo for BLUFOR here. Ridge-to-ridge attack. BLUFOR making the best out of some defensive trenches here and some rocks. But, again, at this range with their optics, it's going to be really hard for either team to score kills.
Despite the lack of optics, we saw it in the 113. Spots out Bravo's squad lead up on the ridge to the north. That's also about half a click or so. Great eyes. Didn't get a ton of damage, but made them duck down and is forcing them on the other side of that ridge. So great shooting.
Real quick, we got Galil Lolo and Harry Ord coming down the ridge to the west. They're going to run into Major Khan 2600 and Rory. I honestly don't know who's going to win that fight. I don't know if BLUFOR is going to go all the way down to the coast and try to swim around or try to sneak around and run into the small OPFOR garrison, but really good on OPFOR for defending their flank, knowing that BLUFOR might try something. Looking back to the south, though, Alpha for BLUFOR and Charlie for BLUFOR are starting to close a pincer maneuver as the platoon HQ's in command Overwatch. This is going to get very messy. If OPFOR can at least hold from this northeastern attack and quickly turn to face Scandi Recon, I think there's a chance. But it's going to be very, very difficult for OPFOR here, being attacked on two fronts. Now there is...
I just spotted them. He's looking in their direction with that PKM.
We do have OPFOR Blue...
Baby Potato was in the back lines, gets taken down in construction buildings, but...
He was with someone else, by the way, and Yanni was able to take out both of them. He just noticed that Baby Potato has physics, so he cleans up that kill. Great double kill by Yanni right there.
Oh, God, yeah. And even though they're compromised, they still have the numerical advantage, and they're going to be attacking this garrison's softer side, where they're exposed to.
You do have OPFOR on the Overwatch to the north and northeast. I don't think it's going to be enough, though, to hold. As BLUFOR is still cleaning through this.
Wonka's making a play, getting suppressed from Bravo to his rear, but he's just running for it. Doesn't get hit yet. Now he's hit. Mischief trying to take him down, but he's still good to go.
Misfit getting a great grenade throw, and unfortunately it was a smoke grenade. There's the frag, though. And it manages to knock Vonk out.
Second one there as well, gonna do some more damage. But
Vonk got the kill on Mischief, though, but Mischief got the grenade throw. You just heard an RPG get launched. I don't know how effective that was, but OPFOR's only down to a fire team of 4 people here. 2 in a house, 2 on the outside, and BLUFOR is just swarming this position. Oh man, if Olasis were to look around, he's too tunnel visioned on this 113. He has no idea that there's BLUFOR guys right on top of him. Chold about to come down and knock him out.
And that's a great spray down. Broken getting the...
Broken getting the... Yep. But Legal Action might come around and try to take him out. Ooh. But Broken... Oh, it was a trade.
Court for that robbery. Broken with a great kill.
Aye. So Cactus here trying to pick off Nemesis. Nemesis doing a really good job evading fire, does attack reload. And we're seeing grenades thrown towards the compound there as Naf's going up on his own, trying to find an angle here. Oh, that building just changed textures, though. It could collapse. That 50 cal is going to do a lot of damage. That's just,
My. Yes, I didn't even hear an explosion. Was that the 50 taking down half?
No, the 50 can degrade buildings very quickly, especially if they're vanilla. So if Lusad keeps firing with that 50, he could blow up the building by default. It's really stupid, but that's just how it works. Naf's, meanwhile, coming in for a breach. He's going to catch Caucus out. Nope, Caucus hurt him.
Oh,
Caucus, did you see what he did? Caucus did a duck as Nafs came up and managed to get the kill. That was a very cheeky maneuver.
It's gonna toss a grenade. Cooked it a little bit, I think, but it's not gonna be super effective. Second one.
That other grenade, though, there goes the building.
And kills Nemesis himself. Oh.
Oh.
Nemesis gets 2, but kills himself and whoever it was that was on the side. And the building texture glitches.
In FNF, as long as you go 2-1, you are doing your team a service, definitely.
You see that building texture, right?
Yeah.
That is mega cursed. Oh, no.
Yanni's firing up. Flux found the cache. He is mag dumping it. We've got a 249 mag dumping and a 5.56 rifle. Everyone's putting a mag or 2 in this thing. Southern cache is going to go down any second.
Actually, not a lot of M4s, strangely enough, but a lot of M16s. Interesting.
And we have a stolen PKM also coming in by Falcon. He mag dumps the cache and kills it off.
He has eyes like a hawk, so...
Hey! You finally gave up and started calling it that. I appreciate you.
A couple times, but fuck you.
Now, meanwhile, we just heard an explosion. That was Gamma 1. One of BLUFOR's 113s getting cooked off. I only see one survivor, though. So if I were to quick, that was Moxiebryn. Reapers and Sandy from TSB died in that explosion.
There's the hub.
And they weren't able to get any kills off of that.
The driver's still up. It's going to get away.
Yep, it's driving out. Now, looking at the remaining forces here, OPFOR has a lot of units on reserve and out and about. They need to start pulling forces back to set up a good defensive line, especially since the southern cache has fallen. So they need to start setting up defensive lines to focus south, because BLUFOR is going to remaneuver these units to the south to start going to that northern cache. And they do have a 113, which means they have a good line to, they've got a transport Vic to get up there quicker than on foot. And they also have that Huey still up from the southern deployments, because again, they had 2, not 1, and 1 got its main rotor broken. But BLUFOR has an opportunity here to rush the second cache if OPFOR doesn't quickly rally its forces over there.
Yeah, this Bravo and X-ray detachment absolutely need to pull back, and they need to turtle up, especially with the helicopter flying over to that little peninsula south of the northern cache. That's G-Legs plus Lord Dust, who is the company commander, dropping him off, so he's going to be a thorn in the side, be able to provide some great reconnaissance by himself. And G-Legs flying at the nape of the earth to get out of there. Very dangerous flying with that Huey, but he makes it work.
If OPFOR had a garrison up there, he would have been toast, but now BLUFOR Command himself is going to be able to get up on these ridges and scout this area out, know that it's clear, and then BLUFOR's probably going to be able to rush a 113 up there. But OPFOR Bravo is trying to make sure that BLUFOR stays pinned down in this compound as they lick their wounds. They are trying to bandage Chult back up and hold this position as OPFOR Bravo tries to hit this spot. Looks like OPFOR Bravo also stealing a Humvee from BLUFOR and getting 5 people loaded up in it, and they're going to potentially pull back, grab additional forces, and pull away. They just have to make sure they're not caught out of position by this 113 here, because that 50 cal will easily tear apart that Humvee if they PID it properly.
Yep. Dryden. Oh, runs into some rocks. He's got to be careful, but that's going to help him get back.
Yep, there's Lusod now firing at that Humvee. No, he's firing at a Ural further back.
That might, no.
Now we're having some shots come on this Humvee. They dismount in the open.
Hi. Yeah.
No, he was getting shots on the back of the Humvee proper, but OPFOR was a few seconds ahead and was able to get dismounts, and the gunner for the Humvee just got knocked out.
For the
Meanwhile,
113.
Of the 113, my bad.
Yeah, Lusod, yeah, he's down and out. Or not down and out, but he's just down. Interesting, I don't even know. That probably would have been X-ray up there on the ridge. Let's see. Yeah, SL Dream with that SVD, that would check out as he repositions a little bit and is looking to get some more shots on this BLUFOR group.
Yeah, we're seeing actually a lot of OPFOR commandeering of unarmed Humvees from BLUFOR. The BLUFOR attack wave has kind of faltered. So what we ended up seeing this round was OPFOR had a lot more of their forces garrisoning our areas around the northern cache, whereas BLUFOR did kind of a 50-50 split here to take both. So because the northern 50 for BLUFOR took on about 66% of the OPFOR force, they have kind of slowed down in this attack. But since OPFOR only had like a single squad garrison on the south, the 50% of BLUFOR attacking the southern cache was able to take it. So now it's going to be a matter of, can BLUFOR get around this OPFOR defense line to the cache itself to assist other BLUFOR forces that are still contending with the northern defense line, which honestly looks a little even, slightly in favor of OPFOR, I'd say. But it could still swing either way, because it doesn't matter on your tactics. It's going to always come down to the PvP at the end of the day. And with
which, I gotta give a shout out to both sides. We've been seeing some great marksmanship from
definitely
both marksmen and riflemen as well. Olaf had that great kill about 600 meters. SL Dream getting the shot on Lusod from also about 700 meters with a great elevation distance or elevation change as well. Like, great shots from both sides. Dryden loads his squad back up in the Humvee, and they're getting out of there under fire. He's trying to do the Rolling Stone Serpentine from Generation Kill, but he needs to just go straight and get into cover. As he jumps off a cliff! Oh my god!
I missed it. No, I was looking at other spots.
He drove off a rock cliff and hit a tree, but he got out fine. Might be a little banged up, but otherwise, that was beautiful.
Nice. Meanwhile, the BLUFOR M2 Humvee doing some work here. It's double tapping bodies that are really close to BLUFOR positions right now. But it's just trying to do some cleanup. Meanwhile, we have an OPFOR group actually pulling down the ridge. I have a feeling this group right here is going to start moving to the defensive line that was dug by one of the OPFOR engineers where OPFOR command is as well. And we also have Bravo 1 heading up to where command is. I don't think they know he's up there. I think they're just setting this up as a vanguard position for Overwatch. So Lord Dust is going to be in trouble here. But if he is able to play his cards right, he might be able to pick off quite a few guys. But if BLUFOR is being reliant on a plan being made by command, this could potentially be an issue. So Banks now banking right. Yeah, go ahead.
Someone in your chat's asking about the tracer lines. This is a custom script for FNF that is used exclusively for FNF.
No, that's not true actually. It's.
Oh, is it?
It is a feature within the spectator mode that is one of the quote-unquote hidden features within Arma. I do have a script to make it work in the Zeus interface, courtesy of Adriado. But it's one of the built-in features that's just part of everything. Meanwhile, Stark seeing Lordust, and both of them get into a firefight here. BLUFOR command under fire, as neither of them are able to win this fight. Stark tries to come up the ridge here, is unable to spot Lordust, but he gets a few shots in Lord as he is now trying to adjust. Lord popping another mag. Oh, Stark trying to get behind him, but Lord is very maneuverable here as Dryden is now coming up on the right.
Dryden, oh, with the PKM. Oh, Lordus, you gotta take him out quick.
Lordus is in trouble. He's not thinking that there's more than one guy, and now Stark's gonna come up and double tap him with the handgun.
Yeah, it was
ouch.
A rough spot. He was caught between a rock and a hard place, and they both crushed him. Crush cock with
Stop it. BLUFOR still on the southern objective here. The northern group is kind of faltering, but I'm going to be honest, I'm going to look at the skulls on both sides here. The numbers are looking pretty even. Though Delta 2 is entirely dead.
On Lordust's position, so we're going to have an even 4v4 here on the mountaintop between Strakatenko, Cole, Tarnfalk, and Fred, the X-ray team, versus a 4ID fire team. This is going to be very interesting here.
Both, I would say, are evenly matched here, knowing both sides' stats. 4IB is a really good group that comes week after week, but Tarnfolk is a really good player. Fred's a really good player from FK.
The marksman as well.
Is he?
I believe so.
You are right. So if he can do Overwatch in the back and pick people off from OPFOR as they come up, that would be a really good advantage for BLUFOR to have, because I don't think OPFOR knows that BLUFOR deployed a group right there. We've got Niles. I guess not. Niles not looking over that ridge to his right to see those two BLUFOR guys passing, but BLUFOR not looking to see those guys as well. Oh! And Tarnful catches him out of position. It's now 4v3, but Stratco gets knocked out. Cole trying to come around to counter Stark as he does attack reload. Smoke grenade thrown. It falls off to the side. Stark now still coming around, trying to hit Cole in the back. Cole gonna run into Dryden. Dryden taken out. Oh my god.
Wow. Oh,
And now 4IB shooting each other.
PID.
I will say that I will say this 4IV also I would say has the most blue on blues out of every group. Dryden putting a few shots in Stark, but now it's going to be up to Fred to get some marksman kills off because his team just all got wiped. It's very unfortunate. Meanwhile, BLUFOR Delta Actual still trying to fire from one ridge to the other, but we have one OPFOR player, Tackleberry, with a single kill coming up, and we also have Johnson, who is part of the OPFOR UAZ group coming up. This could be really nasty for BLUFOR if they're not checking their sectors close by.
Zen in the other cache building is, or not cache building, but cache zone. He's down for some reason, and I'm not sure why.
He might have gotten shot at by Delta 1 for BLUFOR, otherwise I do not know. But I'm going to say this, if OPFOR Gamma Actual here is able to take these three guys out, he's going to at least get one with the element of surprise. I think this is leaning into OPFOR's favor for this match. One shot. That is all he fucking needed, and BLUFOR doesn't realize they took it from the rear because he did it while they were firing. So he's going to run up. Look at this. Headshot right there.
God,
and he doesn't even notice this one guy. He literally goes prone right in front of him. He's like, wait a second, there's a third one.
That is 3 for Johansson. Very
well. That was really well done.
Not so clean, but it was funny, so that makes up for it.
That was funny because he didn't see that third guy. He goes prone, puts his gun right in front of his binos and goes, wait a second. And then takes him out. I love it.
And steals his M4 with the 203. That's great.
That's smart to do because now that'll confuse weapon PID. I really love how he timed those shots, though, while BLUFOR was firing, and he only needed one shot. He lined up those headshots so BLUFOR wouldn't turn around and engage him because there are a lot of other ways he could have done that sloppily and probably gotten himself killed. So great way for Johansson to do that, and that might have just wrestled the number advantage in OPFOR's favor. Meanwhile, BLUFOR actually bringing up the armed Humvee here, and Moxibren getting out on foot and firing on some infantry here. Maybe they can get some pickoff kills, but without some additional infantry to assist, this is not going to go too well. RPG
low.
Got caught on a rock, and that Humvee is now pulling back. Interesting. So OPFOR doing a really good hold here. You see a lot of forces starting to come to form a defensive line on this cache, but BLUFOR Bravo doing a really good job trying to flank around here. They're going to probably run into Major Coin and Rory, but I think they both spotted those BLUFOR guys, and they're now pulling back, realizing that 2 guys against 6 is probably not the best bet.
Who does GLEX have in there now? Would it be Scandy by chance? Yes, no, Scandy's in the 113. Yes, they are in the 113, so who is in the helicopter?
I have...
that would actually be Alpha 2 and Alpha 1. We have King
Fox got picked off by Bravo 1.
For pretty well seasoned
and
players.
The Humvee.
He's looking for a nice LG.
Wow.
Did that Huey get taken down? No, that's
real
just
quick.
Moxie dead on the side of the hill. Yes.
Bravo 1 for OPFOR was able to pick off Moxie and the gunner off of that Humvee. So now it's just down to one guy.
So yeah, now the guys at the base are now shooting at the guys on the peninsula as GLEX comes in for...
he's gonna go for a landing here.
King Flux dropped down. Tom gets armored.
Very risky play right there.
Yep. Tom, yep, he gets back up and he will survive. He will not have a Nimius situation. As he was...
I would hope someone drowns, man.
Malin is for some reason over here along with them. Popping shitloads of smoke.
Super Pee-wee, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations. Hope you're enjoying this Friday Night Fight stream. And I hope you're staying safe among COVID, man. Thank you.
That MSR with the 113. So they should be able to get there. Does Bravo have any AT? They have one RPG-26, which should be enough to pick off a 113. They're not very well armored. They are tin cans after all. But they have one shot to make it. In the meantime, King's group has been... Oh, no, it's just Tom that's been taken down. But Holton takes down King there. And so it's just Flux and Scholt now, along with Malin.
So we got on the northern side a small BLUFOR group, Remnant of Bravo 2. They took a KIA from Rory. We're able to knock out Major Khan and 2600, but Rory is still here. And he is going to try to get a few more knockout kills because BLUFOR doesn't know he's in that one spot. And we got BLUFOR remnants all over this OPFOR position. So many OPFOR guys around as BLUFOR is trying to send the rest of their forces in. But if OPFOR can hold, Rory just got knocked out for OPFOR though, so this BLUFOR group's going to continue to push up. And you actually have Repabeat picking off a few OPFOR guys. He manages to knock out Staten Bay. And Holton is also down as this BLUFOR group tries to come up. 15 minutes remaining on this round.
And this, yeah, with Scandi now getting into the fight, they have a chance. BLUFOR does that, I mean, but with 15 minutes, it's going to be cutting it close. Doesn't take much to destroy that cache, but they're going to need to be very careful with this. They're going to need to find that cache quick. There are, I suppose, in that southern cache area, there are a few buildings and areas that they will need to check to find this cache. Again, it is that one model, so once they find it, they will be able to identify it and mag dump it or blow it up, but it's going to take finding that. In the meantime, Flux is the last remaining member over here.
Yes,
Mal and the rest of the crew have been taken down, and Dusteyes is looking into that M2 Humvee.
I think the balance of power has shifted here. I'm seeing a lot less OPFOR on the ground now. BLUFOR is getting really close. It's really because OPFOR has like 5 guys down right now. And we have a BLUFOR guy, Moxiebryn, trying to take out OPFOR Command. He does. Indigo Fox for OPFOR Command goes down. Mox is pretty knocked up though.
Hot.
Lamau. His legs are busted, so he's going to quickly check his inventory, potentially take a few bandages, get in a corner, and heal himself. Paladin tried to crawl up, but he was getting shot at by OPFOR X-Ray. Does OPFOR X-Ray still have that SVD guy? Because that is a really good spot for him to be in. I don't see him in that group, though.
He dropped down. He just dropped.
That is unfortunate. Was he shot at, or did he just do it from blood loss?
I don't think so. He might have been shot at by Ghost, but I think he might have just flopped down because of blood loss.
Understandable. Otherwise, Cholt maneuvering through. It's only Dusty's here that is still needing to bandage. Dusty's on 5 kills, though.
Yeah.
Cholt on 3 himself.
Peeping Tom into the windows. Oh, no, he's not peeping into the windows at all.
Honestly, OPFOR doesn't have a lot of defenders here. They're pulling out their southern groups that were on perimeter security to stop Scandi Recon and X-Ray coming in. This is neck and neck. I would say...
Set off his charge.
I don't know.
And there it goes. Pretty ineffective. Doesn't even take down or take out Andreas, who is already down next to the building. But does cause some confusion and some more noise in the backlines of Red Force. So might draw some more people to his position, but now he's running in towards the circle. He is inside the circle now. And
I don't...
have
Let's...
charge on him.
Yep, I want to see if he sees that cache.
He's going to stick to the right. He might think it's in that container. It's, like I said, in the circle. Coming up here, sees Stark.
Goes for a kill on Stark.
Tosses... Was that a smoke?
A smoke. That was a smoke.
Oh.
Stottenberg knocks him out, though.
Window. Gets him.
Good old Staten Bay.
Little investigation is cut short. As the
Meanwhile, Edwin at the vehicle wrecks here. There's a Ural in the mix here, and the fucking van is on fire. He's got Kemp here trying to pick off Edwin, and to the south, we just had a vehicle explode. It was the other 113.
Kemp with a friendly fire.
Unfortunate.
I didn't even see what that was. He took him down so quick with that PKM.
Panicked players will shoot at anybody.
And what do you know? It's 4AB.
Like I said earlier, 4AB has the most friendly fire incidents, and that's all I'm going to say about that.
Meanwhile, Scandi has been taken down to just a couple people. Falcon, Yanni, and Finn. Or Yanni and Finn. Yeah, I think
Yanni Finn, not Yanni and Finn, because Flying Finn's still up.
Finn. They're both still up, but yeah, they've been taken down quite a bit. That 113 is burning up.
Fucking short boy got hit by a grenade there.
They only had that one shot, but they were able to land it. And with coming up on 10 minutes or so left to go, I'm not
double tap on Paladin.
Possible for BLUFOR. The few guys in the south need to kind of group back up, take care of Brook, and then move on. Moving in from the south along that beach like they did previously with the southern objective should give them a decent position on the remaining cache, but they need to get there first.
Yeah, there's only 3 BLUFOR guys active in the cache zone. The rest of BLUFOR is down to the south. Again, it's been very close for this round because both sides have been really contesting with each other.
Oh, and there goes Brook. Brook got Yanni, but I think they traded. Brook is down on 4 kills.
The question,
Scandy too. That counts like double. He should have like 8.
The question then becomes, how are the 5 guys remaining on BLUFOR on the south going to maneuver through this open area to get to the cache zone? I'm going to do a quick head count real quick. BLUFOR is on 5, 6, 7 players left. Meanwhile, OPFOR is on 3,
probably about a dozen.
6, 9, 10, 11, 12. OPFOR is on 13. So 7v13 here still can be shifted either way, but I'm also hearing a static gun from a DshK starting to fire out.
Yeah, but shooting up at G-Legs, who is still trying. He's still flying around, trying to do that interference like we talked about at the beginning of the round. I mean, that's about all that he can do with that helicopter, but it's something. Draw out that fire, make them confused, and just do what you can. At that distance, the DshKs do have a better angle of fire, but if he were start to do buzzing passes and quick overheads, then they won't have that angle anymore.
Both sides still have their marksman, by the way, so we could see something happen out of that. I did see BLUFOR's marksman firing into the OPFOR crowd here. Meanwhile, SL Dreams, who is OPFOR's marksman, is to the east on a ridge, overwatching the AO itself. Excuse me.
No problem. Yeah, Fred has been repositioning a lot. He's got a pretty far shot, probably about a little under a click. Just par for the course with how long these engagements have been. This is why I like Altis. I love Altis. It's a great map. Doesn't get
Nimia and who else is up here? Nimia and Falcon were able to get OPFOR to dismount that DshK and actually crawl away. You had 2 people with their binos out ranging for that DshK because they appeared to have been firing onto Flying Finn's position. So Scandy's still trying to coordinate here. Also, I didn't count the pilot, G-Legs, in that Huey, so it actually BLUFOR had 8 people to 13 on that ratio count. But with 8 minutes remaining, BLUFOR really needs to consider making a play here. They could have that helicopter land, pick people up, and land them close to the coast. But I think we're going to really have our eyes on Repabeat here, trying to come down and potentially pick off a few more OPFOR guys before this round ends. But right now it's leaning in OPFOR's favor, but anything can still happen in these 8 minutes.
Yeah, we still have Repabeat up here. Johansson was looking for him earlier. Looks like he still might be, but with no contact, he is kind of forced to pull back and get back in with everyone else. We still have Manford and Stark as combat engineers on Red 4. It's not impossible to see some scavenging going on, stealing those satchel charges. However, Brook miraculously wakes back up. He's been bandaging for a little while now, and he just finished. He stands up and he's looking around for his revenge.
Repabeat knocking out Jonathan, and he is still going to move up to this position because Johnson was on his own. Tackleberry, meanwhile, he has his RPG-26 out. I guess he's fantasizing about shooting that Huey if it comes close. Repabeat, meanwhile, under fire. Swola trying to engage.
Yep. And so Tacklebeat, he's going, oh, hey, there's someone here?
Repabeat stolen a GP25 AK-74 though, and he is doing his best to try to pick off a few additional kills, trying to get some shots on Staunton Bay.
I think he might have just gotten one too.
Nice.
No, I don't. No.
I didn't see a kill though.
Yeah, he's on one, but I don't think that he got one. He was shooting at a dead body, but
G-Legs are just flying around trying to run distraction efforts right now. It's going to be up to Repabeat and Edwin Broch here, who is also in a bush. But BLUFOR needs to maneuver more guys up.
6 minutes and change. Nimia is down in the rock. She got sprayed down by someone. And I think Falcon is dead because I'm not seeing... Oh, he's up.
He's on the coast right now trying to maneuver up.
He's got, just at 6 minutes now.
I will say for this AO, OPFOR just had a really good defensive plan and was able to maintain its positions along the ridge. And the commander, Indigo Fox, before he was taken out, was able to maneuver forces around to counter where BLUFOR was going, and really just hampered the northern attack group more than the southern attack group, and from there was able to wrestle the number advantage out of BLUFOR, who started off with that 15% advantage, and now we're in this situation. It could still turn around. Repabeat could get a multi-kill here, or get some GP25 shots on that cache, as he is now trying to take Pierce out. Pierce gets killed. Repabeat under fire, though, quickly goes down. Just right under that spot, he's going to roll back. Grenades being thrown, but they're going to get caught on that ridge. He quickly looks up, though, with that GP25. Fighting through the pain here. He's going to be actively bleeding. Go ahead.
Brook in the backline has taken down Flying Finn. Fred is looking around, trying to find where the shots came from. Finn could still wake back up, but he's looking pretty heavily beat up. Don't know if that's going to be possible. Nim did wake back up as well. So
Brook on 4 kills.
Charge goes off on the northern side, meant for Repabeat, but doesn't get anywhere. G-Legs hits his helicopter a little bit too hard on the ground. It's on fire and going to blow up any second now. Now. Goddamn. There we go.
Repabeat finding G-Legs, doing a really good job to PID G-Legs right there. And now these two are going to realize that they are all that's here right now, because we are at 4.5 minutes. I could still see them doing it.
Absolutely, it's within their grasp, but it's a very tenuous grip on it. Edwin is coming around by the solar panels, might find Dryden behind.
Falcons are in the smoke.
But he doesn't have much to work with either. He was an AT boy, but he doesn't have that law any longer. Dryden pushing out from that Humvee. Did he spot Edwin? No, he didn't.
No, Edwin picks him off. And picks off Kemp.
Ooh, oh, yeah, that's two real quick. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
He is now taking fire from OPFOR marksman. That would be, I believe, SL Dreams up there. Yep. And he also has a battle buddy, Layden, but Layden's focusing on the BLUFOR X-Ray group. This has been neck and neck from the get-go. Like, this has been a really great round. In all honesty, Edwin gets picked off by Dreams.
I got a great shot of that from down scope. Oh, it took down the bush and everything. So now, as G-Legs and Repabeat start pushing up, using some smoke as concealment, no one's really noticed the smoke. Zen is trying to manage a dead body. Stathenberger is coming around the other side of the building, and Stark is, I think he might have spotted that smoke, and he's looking into it. There's Swole
floating that top, broken table.
On the fucking, he's mountain goating on these rocks. He spotted the mount, but wasn't able to get it down. Probably got a couple of hits, though. So G-Legs and Repabeat, they need to...
Falcon and Nim coming up, too.
Pop him over.
It's going to be a 4v6, but with 2 additional on Overwatch, so 4v8. But I could see G-Legs and Repabeat getting some dunks here. Really great grenade throw. Unfortunately, it was a smoke. That would have did some damage on Zen there and took him out of the fight for a little bit.
More grenades going out, but they need to ID this cache and start doing some work on it. Repabeat does have a law. If Repabeat is able to dunk that law into the cache, they're thinking that it's this orange...
You're right. He could actually kill the cache with that law. It's just, will someone get up and see it? Because Repabeat just went down from X-Ray.
Swole is pushing up, though. He knows what's going on. He's going to deal with this himself, and he's going to find the back of G-Legs' head.
Oh, my God. G-Legs still managing to get a kill right there.
No, I think that was Falcon. Repabeat wakes back up.
2 minutes.
Oh God, my heart's racing. Falcon's getting...
Falcon now drawing fire from that marksman group. Nim is down. Swola coming around, but Swola gets the kill.
Superior PvP tactics of run circles around them.
Falcon has a PKM, tries to put some shots on Swola here. It is neck and neck. Swola returning fire and gets the kill on Falcon. That's GG. That's GG.
That is GG. Nimia got taken out probably by the marksman as well. Let's check some kill counts while we still have a couple minutes.
Oh my God, that was great.
SL Dream.
Chat, what'd you think about that? That was actually really fucking close.
Credit for causing panic and some assists. Stathenberger is on 1. I think he also got the he got a vehicle, it says as well. Swole is on 3. Cheese is on 2. Banks on 1. So pretty good efforts all around. I want to see the kill counts of Scandy.
was a great first round. By the way, guys, this is only round 1 of Friday Night Fights. We still have 2 rounds of PvP. We'll jump down to listen in the intermission phase between rounds 1 and 2. And I'm going to run a few ads because I need to go get some water and maybe get a quick thing to eat. So, hope you enjoyed this round. We'll be back for round 2 as this one wraps up through time. We've got X-Ray actually firing at Fred here. They managed to catch the BLUFOR marksman opposition. He's just standing there. Yeah, he's saluting them, knowing that it's game over.
Hit me. Stop trying to hit me and hit me. He's returning fire.
Now he's blind firing. Fred trying to just do the send up because he knows it's over.
Yep.
Good on him.
Yeah.
There it is, OPFOR's official victory, and that is GG. Hey, Lucas, long time no see.
Great round from the beginning. Lots of great tactics from both sides. Great
Definitely.
Great sportsmanship.
I really like this round because it was back and forth for the entirety of it. No one had a clear advantage till the very end. That is the type of round you want to see in Friday Night Fights because it always keeps you guessing. So really good first round to start with.
Now.
Let's go back downstairs.